Hello, everybody, and we got Yrl Division One back on the air here today. Um, we're going to be at live here at Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 250. First thing we need to do is find out how many TV drivers there will be, and since G Puck 22 car is our defending champ, he'll automatically be a TV driver here for the first race of Daytona. We'll shuffle these cards up here and see how many TV drivers and pick which positions the TV drivers start from. So we will have 4 TV drivers. First position will be 22. And congratulations to Joey Logano for winning the championship in the 22 car in year 22. 22 is a very good year. Like I say, G Puck in the 22 car won the championship in YRL season 7. Next spot will be a TV driver, will be 21. Next will be 19 and 11. So if G Puck doesn't qualify in one of these 4 positions, we'll have 5 TV drivers. Put these cards back in and do some shuffling. Alrighty, Phil, you have a good one, bud. Okay. We'll take a quick look here at the cards. We got Amish Outlaw, Frank, Keith, Michael B, Double D, Glenn P, Zoom, Chilton, Shaw, Fox, Howard, Darla, Demos, White, Phantomatic, Catalina, Martz, G-Puck, Glenn B, Ward, Steve R, Tribe Fan, OG, Sean D, Hammer Time, Danny and Gray, P-Jet, Carter, Govier, Trouble, Sherver, Reynolds, Candy, Jim Cutter, Bob B, Michael P, Delaware, Gorman, Hess, Parks, Castro, Juarez, and Reynolds again, Sarah type. So we'll shuffle these drivers up, put them in the bag, and we'll get to qualifying here. Like I say, G Puck will be a TV driver in 22, 21, 19, and 11. G Puck gets one of those positions, and we'll only have 4. Otherwise, we'll have 5 TV drivers. Put them in the bag here. Shuffle them up a little bit. Shake the bag. Okay. Shuffle these cards up a little bit more. Let's get on with qualifying here for the Daytona 250. YRL Division 1. Alrighty. First up, starting 28th, will be Chris Strat, Delaware, in the 76. Starting 13th, lucky number 13, will be Sean D in the 33. Starting 15th, will be Bob B in the 69. Starting 43rd, shotgun and last, be Michael P in 73. Nowhere to go but up, Mike. Starting 25th will be Alan Shaw in the 11. Starting 42nd will be Amish Elvis in the 00. Starting 4th, first top driver will be Fast Eddie in the 9 car. Starting 41st will be Hammer Time in the 34 car. Starting on the outside pole will be Frank Wainscott in the 00. Starting 3rd will be Paul Govier in the 55. Starting 7th will be Danny and Gray in the 42. Starting 17th will be Tim Tribe Fan in the 26. Starting 26th is Ken Castro in the 92. Starting 23rd will be Sarah Reynolds in the 97. Starting 11th will be Double D in the 2 car. Starting 22nd, TV driver will be Matt Shaver in the 59 car. Starting 18th will be MP Fox in the 12 car. And Double D, I forgot, will be a TV driver in the 11th spot there. Oh, we need a position here. Starting 20th in the 20 car is Catalino. See if that works out good for her. Starting 19th, another TV driver will be Trouble in the 55 car. Starting 34th is Jim Cutter in the 68 car. Starting 33rd is Fan-O-Matic in the 19. Starting 32nd will be the 88 of H. Hess. Starting 14th is the 79 of Gorman. Starting 9th is the 4 of Zoom. Starting 6th is Glenn B. in the 4 car. Starting 8th is Dez in the 96 car. Starting 40th is Roger Ward in the 24 car. Starting 39th is Troy Carter in the 55 car. Starting 38th is Devin OG in the 28 car. Starting 30, whoa, too many here. 37th is Keith Avalon in the 1 car. Starting 36th is Glenn B. in the 23 car. Starting 16th is our defending champ, G-Puck in the 22 car. So we will have 5 TV drivers, because the 16th spot was not one of the TV drivers. Starting from the pole is David Demos in the 17. Starting 24th is D. Scott Howard in the 13. Hello, John. How are you today? Starting 30th is P-Jet in the 44 car. Starting 21st, be a TV driver, is Candy in the 68 car. Starting 35th is Keith White in the 17 car. I'm doing well, thanks, John. Yep, enjoying this great weather while I'm on vacation. Yes, I did print the cards on yellow card stock. I think it shows up pretty nice. Starting 10th is Steve R. in the 25 car. Starting 29th is Michael B. in the 1 car. Starting 12th is Philip Reynolds in the 64 car. You got messing things up here with the bag. Got one top spot and the rest are in the bottom. Starting 5th, the last car not in the bottom is Darla in the 14. Everybody else, only 2 cars left, will be in the bottom. That'll be yours truly and somebody else. Starting 31st is Clinton Parks in the 88. And if everything came out right, I should be starting 27th. Should be only 1 card left, and that is yours truly. Dwayne Marks will be starting 27th in the 21 car. Alrighty, let's go over the starting grid here for the Daytona 250. On the pole in the 17 is Devin Demos. Outside pole Frank Wainscott in the 0-0. Starting third, Govier in the 55. Starting fourth, Chilton in the 9. Starting fifth, Darla in the 14. Starting sixth, Glenn P in the 4. Starting seventh, Danny and Gray in the 42. Starting eighth, Dez in the 96. Starting ninth, Zoom in the 4. Starting 10th, Steve R in the 25. Starting 11th, Double D in the 2 car. Starting 12th, Philip Reynolds in the 64 car. Starting 13th, Sean D in the 33. Starting 14th, Gorman in the 79. Starting 15th, Bob B in the 69. Starting 16th, our defending champ, G Puck in the 22. Starting 17th, Tim Tribe Fan in the 26. Starting 18th, Fox in the 12. Starting 19th is Trouble in the 55. Starting 20th is Catalino in the 20. Starting 21st is Candy in the 68. Starting 22nd is Shaver in the 59. Starting 23rd is Sarah Reynolds in the 97. Starting 24th is Howard in the 13. Starting 25th is Shaw in the 11. Starting 26th is Castro in the 92. Starting 27th is Martz in the 21. Starting 28th is Delaware in the 76. Starting 29th, Michael B in the 1. Starting 30th, P-Jet in the 44. Starting 31st, Parks in the 88. Starting 32nd, Hess in the 88. Starting 33rd, Phantomatic in the 19. Starting 34th, Jim Cutter in the 68. Starting 35th is White in the 17. Starting 36th is Glenn B in the 23. Starting 37th is Avalon in the 1. Starting 38th is OG in the 28. Starting 39th is Carter in the 55. 40th is Ward in the 24. Starting 41st is Hammer Time in the 34. Starting 42nd is Elvis in the 00. And shotgunning last, only one way to go, and that's up, is Michael P in the 73. All righty, race fans, let's get on to the race here. Oh, glad to have you, man. Enjoy. We're going to have David Demos leading us here to the green flag, 25 turns here in Yrl Division 1. And here we go. And it'll be a top group of a problem already in the top group. Who has the problem? It'll be the 2-car Paul Govier has the problem. Paul has the problem. We'll see what kind of problem Paul has. And 26 is electrical, roll for repair. So it'll take a 7 for Paul to stay in the race. He doesn't, so Paul will be the first driver out of the race. 55 of Govier will finish 43rd here at Daytona. All that hard work in the off season, and you're out before you even know what's going on. See who moves up here to the top group. He does move up. Yes, he can. See who moves up here to the middle group. First up is Catalino in the 20 car. No. How about Candy in the 68? No. Matt in the 59? No. Sarah Reynolds moves up from 23rd up to 19th. Leaves us with 42 cars running here at Daytona. Turn number 2. 25 turn race. We'll have a bottom group of Reflex in the bottom group. First up is Michael B. 3, 4, 6. So he gets G Puck. Our defending champs not having a good start at Daytona, drops back to 42nd. Michael P up to 15th. Next up is Amish Elvis. Can he get out of the back group? A 3-5-6. He gets Michael P and goes from 41st up to 17th. Got some passing going on. These guys in the back found the groove here. Hammer time next. A 1-1, a 1-2-1. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see here. No. Phillip holds him off with that reflex. Ward, can he get up there? Not with a 6, he can't. How about Troy Carter? Everybody back here's got reflex. A 1-2-1. We just had that. Reynolds holds him off. Next up is Keith Avalon, the 1 car. A 1-4-3. And he gets Michael P. Michael P doesn't stay up there long. Keith goes from 36 up to 15th. Next up is Glenn B in the 23. A 3-1-5. He gets Steve R, goes up to 9th. Steve R drops back to 35th. Next up is Keith White in that 17 car. A lot of passing here early. A 2-1-6. He gets Zoom. Keith White goes from 34th up to 8th. Jim Cutter up next. A 2-5-5. He gets Tim Tromfan, goes from 33rd up to 16th. Man, these guys in the back are flying. Next up is Clinton Parks. A 5-1 not happening. P-Jet in the 44. A 5-4 not happening. Michael B in the 1 car. A 2-2-6. He gets Phillip Reynolds. Knocks him back to 28th as Michael B goes up to 11th. Next up is yours truly, Dwayne Marks in that 21 car. Not with a 5, I ain't going nowhere. Ken Castro, that 92 car. He's not going nowhere with a 5. How about D. Scott Howard? A 4, not going nowhere. And last one in the bottom group is Catalino in the 20 car. A 2-4-2. And gets Bob B. Goes from 20th up to 14th. That's it for turn 2. A lot of action there on turn number 2. On to turn 3. And it'll be another bottom group. This time it'll be skill. Who's got the skill? G-Puck, defending champ, trying to get out of this bottom group. With a 2-6-3. He gets trouble and goes from 42nd up to 18th. Next up is Hammer Time in the 34 car. And he's not going nowhere. How about Ward in that 24 car? Not with a 5, he's not. Steve R in the 25 car. A 6 ain't going nowhere. How about Zoom in that 4 car? A 3-5-4. And gets Amish Elvis. Goes from 34th back up to 17th. Tim Tromfan trying to get out of the bottom group here. Not with a 4. Fan-O-Matic's up next in the 19. Not with a 6. Parks here in the 88. Not with a 6. How about P-Jet? A 1-6-6. He gets Sarah Reynolds, goes from 29th up to 19. Next up is Chris Delaware here in the 76. Not with a 4. yours truly gets a chance here to get out of the bottom group. Dwayne Marsh with a 1-1-5 takes over ninth. Glenn B drops back to 26th. Next up is Ken Castro in that 92 car. A 1-1-2. And he gets me. I only stay there for a short while. Ken Castro goes from 25th up to 9th. D. Scott Howard here. What can he do? Not with a 6, he's not going nowhere. Matt here with the shot in the 59 car. Not with a 4. And the last one with a shot here is Bob B with a 1-1-5. And Ken Castro doesn't stay up there long as Michael B goes from 20th up to 9th. On to turn number 4. Again, it's the bottom group. Bottom group's having a lot of luck back here. It's TV this time. Got 3 TV drivers back here. Here comes Trouble with a 1-3-4. And gets Gorman, goes from 42nd up to 13th. Next up is the 59 of Matt Shaver. Can he get out of the bottom group? 3-2-2. And he gets Michael B, goes from 22nd up to 11th. And the last TV driver is Candy. And that's 68, not with a 5. Turn number 5. Middle group this time of skill. Who's got skill in the middle group? P-Jet does, trying to move up to the top group. Not with triple 5s, he's not. P-Jet has a problem. What kind of problems P-Jet have here at Daytona? It's a 63. Unscheduled pit stop. See what happens here. Can they get the car fixed? Still in the first part of the race. It'll take a 7 for him to get it fixed. P-Jet's able to get the car fixed, but he'll go back to 42nd. Hey, P-Jet. At least you got the car fixed, though, bud. Let's see here. How about G-Puck? G-Puck got the skill to get up there. A 3-2-5. Gets Eddie. Fast Eddie goes back to 18th. G-Puck, defending champ, showing his might here. Up to 3rd. How about zooming that 4 car? A 1-3-6. Gets Darlin, goes from 17th up to 4th. Next up is Keith Avalon. A 3-3-2. Zoom doesn't stay there. Yeah, Zoom does. Holds him off with that skill trait. Catalino in the 20 car with a 3-2-5. G-Puck doesn't stay there long. 20 car of Bobby Catalina goes from 14th up to 3rd. Matt Shaver trying to make a move here. Not with a 6. How about Double D? First we talked about him today. Not with a 5. Bob B made his way up from the bottom group. Can he get to the top? A 3-5-2. And Danny and Gray holds him off. And that is it for turn number 5. We'll see who moves up here to the middle group. And Castro will move up. We still got 42 cars running here. Our top 10 is Demos. Wayne Scott in 2nd. Catalino in 3rd. Zoom in 4th. Glenn P in 5th. Danny and Gray 6th. Dez in 7th. Keith White in 8th. Bob B in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is Double D. So we go to turn number 6. And we got a top group this time of Star. How many stars is up here? Dez is a star. So is Demo. So it'll take a 4 to beat him. 2-1, not happening. Zoom is a star. See what Zoom can do. Now with a 6. And that's it for turn number 6. On to the pit stops here. First pit stops of the race. It'll be the middle group and 4 and 2 switch. See how many of these drivers can get some chips here. See how good the pit crews are doing early in the year. Here we go. First up is Keith White. Keith needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Bob B needs a 6. He gets it. G Puck needs an 8. Gets it. Matt needs a snake eyes. Doesn't get it. Sean D needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Trouble can't get it. Double D needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Keith needs a 6. Gets it. Jim Cutter needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Darla needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Fast Daddy needs a 4. Doesn't get it. And the last one's Ken Castro needs a 4. And doesn't get it. So 3 drivers back here got some chips. See if anybody can beat Demos out of the pits here. He's dominated the race so far from the pole. No, not with a 6-6. Demos keeps the lead here. We go to turn number 8. We got our first top group. Reflex, well, second time. In the top group, Bobby Catalino coming after Demos. Again, it takes a 4 to beat Demos. He's got Reflex. A 2-3 ain't happening. And the only other driver with Reflex up here is Glenn P. And 2-1. Demos did a great job holding them off on to turn number 9. Um, 15 in Division 2, John 25 in Division 1. So this is a 25 race. 15 in the other Division 2, except for Charlotte. Charlotte, I'll do 30 and 20. Turn number 9 is going to be our first pedal to the metal. First one of the year. We'll be starting with the 23rd driver, Alan Shaw. Let's see if I join him here. No, I don't. So it's just a one-man gang going after D. Scott Howard. He gets him. Going after Michael B. Gets him. Going after Candy. Gets her. Going after King Castro. Gets him. Going after Fast Eddie. Doesn't get him. Picks up 4 spots, Alan Shaw does. Gets into that middle group. Nice job, Alan. Too bad I couldn't have tagged along. Alrighty, on to turn number 10. We'll have a middle group of trouble. Uh-oh. Here we go. First 3 drivers got chips, so they won't be involved in this melee. Let's see if they got a Burnham. Bobby B needs a 7. Doesn't get it, has to burn his chip. G Pucker, defending champs, got a chip, needs a 5. Gets it, doesn't have to burn his chip. Keith Avalon needs a 6. Doesn't get it, has to burn his chip. Keith White doesn't have a chip, needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Keith will be the first car involved in this wreck. How about the 59 of Matt? Will he join him? He needed a 10. He makes it through. Next up is Sean D. Needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Sean D is involved in the wreck. He was after Keith. He took him out, hooked him. Trouble will definitely make it through with a 12. Double D needs an 8. Gets it with a 7. Jim Cutter needs an 8. Doesn't get it with an 11. Darla needs an 8. Gets it with a 7. Fast Eddie needs an 8. Gets it with a 6. And last one is Alan Shaw needs an 8. Doesn't get it with boxcars. How many drivers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will not be going to the bottom group. So everybody just moves up with the caution. I have 2 cautions flags here. Laps or turns rather. Let's see if these cars can get repaired and get back in the race. There's 4 cars involved in this wreck. Sean D hooked the bumper. Keith White said he ain't having any of that. Alan Shaw's up first. We are in the middle part of the race, so it'll take a 7 to repair the cars. Here comes Alan Shaw with a 7. He will stay in the race. How about Jim Cutter in the 68? He will stay in the race. Sean D, can they repair that 33 car? Yes, they can. Last car, Keith White, can they repair that 17 car? Yes, they can. Everybody's car is fixed. Did a great job. We are now on the turn number 13 with those 2 caution flags. 2 caution turns, rather. Right here this morning. We got a top group of smart. How many smart drivers is in the top group? Danny and Gray smart. Demos is not, so then he takes a 3 to beat him. 1-4. Danny and Gray gets the lead. Oh, forgot. Demos leading 10 laps gets a chip, so he'll use the chip and hold Danny and Gray off. And the last driver in the top group that's smart is Frank Wayne. Scott in that 00. And a 6-5. He doesn't get him. Demos holds him off. Glad I remembered about that chip on the turn number 14. And we will have a middle group of skill. Who's got the skill to get up front? How about D. Scott Howard? Now with a 5. Michael B. A 1-4-6 gets Bobby Catalino, goes from 18th up to 5th. Ken Castro in that 92 car. Now with a 5. Next up is Double D. Now with a 6. Matt with a 3. He gets there. 2-6 goes from 11th up to 3rd. Matt Shaver in that 59 car coming up through here. Keith Avalon in that 1 car. Now with a 5. G-Puck, our defending champ, with a chip. He's going to need to use it. And gets 4th from Michael B. But again, he has to burn his chip. Makes it into the top 5 again. And last car with skill is Bobby B. A 2-6-3. And he gets Dez. Goes from 8th up to 7th. That takes us to the turn 15. We'll have a top group of stars. How many stars is up here? G-Puck's a star. So is Demos. Takes a 4, 5, or 6 to beat him. A 5-2. No. G-Puck doesn't get it done. How about Zoom in that 4 car? A 243. Demos holds her off. How about Matt at 59? He's been charging up through here. A 3-1, nope. And that's it. Turn number 16. Demos is doing a great job blocking those guys from coming up through there. Have a middle group of Star again in the middle group. Candy with the chance to get up front. A 165 gets Bob B. Goes from 17th up to 7th. Fast Eddie in the 9 car. A 264. Candy doesn't stay there very long as Eddie gets up to 7th. Double D, he's a star in that 2 car. A 5 is not going to happen. Trouble in that 55. Here comes Trouble. Trouble can't get up there. Michael B in the 1 car. A 251 is not going to get there with a 1. And Dez, the last car in the middle group with Star. Not with a 4. Here comes the money pit stop. Last pit stop of the race here on turn 17. It'll be a top group, and Frank Wainscott has a pit violation. Will drop back to 42nd. Sure. Not a good day for his pit crew. The money stop, and they failed. Amazingly, only 1 car out of the race. And that's poor Paul Govier. Everybody's still running here at Daytona. Hey, Paul, how are you doing, bud? Like I say, you're the only car out of the race. Sorry to say that, buddy. You had a problem on turn number 1. Here we go with pit stops in the top group. See who can get some chips up here. First up is the leader. Demos in the 17 car. Needed an 8, didn't get it. Matt needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. Zoom needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Hey, Keith, how are you doing, man? Yeah, Keith, you're back to 38th. Okay, now G-Puck needs an 8 to get a chip. Doesn't get it. These crews ain't coming through. A 6 for Danny and Gray. He doesn't get it. Fast Eddie needs a 4. He gets it. Fast Eddie with a nice pit stop. And Dez with a 4. Doesn't get it. These crews did not come through. Only the 9 car. Fast Eddie Chilton gets a chip late here in the race. See if anybody can beat Demos out of the pits. 5-1, yes, Danny and Gray gets the lead. Only the second leader of the race. Demos had dominated this race from turn 1 to turn 17. Danny and Gray's got the lead though. Here on turn 17, can he hold them off? On to turn 18, we got a bottom group of Star. How many stars are back here? First up is Jim Cutter. Not with a 4. Not many stars that don't look like OG is a star in that 28 car. Not with a 4. Steve R. A 234. And he gets double D. Steve R goes from 29th up to 12th. The 88 of Hess is a star. A 344. He gets Ken Castro, goes from 25th up to 15th. And the last driver that's got the star quality is Delaware, and that 76 car. Not with a 4. Turn number 19. We got a top group of reflex. Danny and Gray doesn't have reflex, so it'd only take a 3, 4, 5, or 6 to beat him. David wants that lead back. 1-5 and gets it. Didn't stay out of the lead long. Look at that 17 run. You're on turn number 19. Demos gets the lead back. And nobody up front besides that Demos had the reflex, so he will keep the lead. Turn number 20. 50 miles to go. Another bottom group. Again, it is Star. Not many stars back here. Jim Cutter with another shot to get out of the bottom. Now with a 5. Devin OG in that 28 car. A 1-1-4. He gets Keith Avalon, goes from 31st up to 9th. Cracks the top 10. Nice driving. Double D trying to get out of the bottom group here. A 3-6-2. And he gets yours truly. Sure. 29th up to 19th. I fall back to 29th. And last one is Chris Delaware in that 76 car. A 6 not happening. Turn number 21. 5 turns to go. 50 miles here at Daytona. We'll have a middle group of control. I think that's the first time we've had control today. Howard with a shot to move up to the middle group. Now with a 6. Bobby Catalino. Now with a 5. Bob B in that 69. Now with a 5. Candy in the 68. Now with a 6. Darla in the 14. Now with a 4. Trouble in the 55. Trouble can't get it done. Glenn P in the 4 car. A 1-5-5. Glenn P goes from 10th up to 6th, knocks Danny and Gray back to 10th. And that's the last car with control. Turn 22. Top group of Star. How many stars we got up here? First one is Dez. Demos does have the star to take a 4 to beat him. 2-6. Dez in the 96 car goes from 7th up to the lead. Here on turn 22. Anybody else a star? G-Puck, the defending champ's a star. A 1-3. And Dez holds him off. How about Zoom in a 4 car? Now with a 5. Matt has a shot at him. Not with a 4. Fast Eddie with the chip. We'll get the lead here as long as he don't roll triples. And needs to use the chip, the 9 car. That fast pit stop coming through for him. Fast Eddie Chilton in that 9 car gets the lead here on turn 22. On the turn 23. We got a bottom group of Star. Let's see what happens back here. They needed this to get to that middle group, and hopefully then get a middle group to get to the top for the final turn. Here comes Jim Cutter. Not with a 5. Jim's had his chances. Jim Cutter has, but has not been able to get out of there. Not many stars back here. The last one is Chris. Looks like last star in the bottom group is that 76 car. A 3-6-3. He gets double D and gets up to the middle group in 19th. See what happens now. turn 24. If you're in that middle group, you need to get that nice roll here. No, it's a top group of smart. See who's smart back here. The only smart driver is Matt. Fast Eddie's not smart, so 3, 4, 5, or 6 beats him. 4-3, he holds him off. White flag here at Daytona. And here we go. Last lap. And it's the middle group. So it looks like Fast Eddie will hold on to the victory here. And we have a control in the middle group. D. Scott Howard trying to get out of the middle group. Not with a 6. Bobby Catalino in the 20 car. A 2.65 goes from 17th up to 7th. Oh man, what a disappointing day for Demos. Dominates the race and is going to finish 17th. Very disappointing. And Bobby B, a 131's not getting it done. Candy with a shot here at the top group. 5's not getting it done. How about Darla? Can she crack the top 7? Not with a 4. Trouble make it through. Not with a 5. And that is it. That is your race, folks. The Daytona 250. Fast Eddie Chilton will be in the playoffs in that 9 car. Our first playoff driver, Fast Eddie Chilton, locks himself in, can cruise the rest of the season here. Finishing second is Dez in that 96. Finishing third in the 59 is Matt. Finishing fourth in the 4 car is Zoom. Our defending champ, G-Puck, nice race for him. Finishes 5th. Finishing 6th in the 4 car is Glenn B. Glenn P, rather, not B. Finishing 7th in the 20 car is Catalino. And finishing 8th in the 1 car is Michael B. Finishing 9th in the 28 car is Devin OG. Finishing in the top 10 in the 42 car is Danny and Gray. Finishing 11th in the 55 is Trouble. Finishing 12th in the 25 car is Steve R. Finishing 13th in the 14 car is Darla. Finishing 14th in that 68 car is Candy. Finishing 15th in the 88 is Hess. Finishing 16th in the 69 is Bob B. And like I say, finishing 17th in the 17 car is Demos. And he just dominated this race. He led 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 out of the 25 laps and finished the 17th. What a disappointing finish. D. Scott Howard in the 13 finishes 18th. Finishing 19th in the 76 car is Chris Delaware. Finishing 20th in the 23 car is Glenn B. Finishing 21st in the 2 car is Double D. Finishing 22nd in the 64 car is Philip Reynolds. And right behind him, finishing 23rd, is the 97 of Sarah Reynolds. Finishing 24th is Clinton Parks. And that 88 car finishing 25th in the 92 is Ken Castro. Finishing 28th in the 19 is Phantomatic. Finishing 27th in the 26 car is Tim Tribe-Fan. Finishing 28th in the 00 is Amish Elvis. Finishing 29th in the 21 car is Dwayne March, yours truly. Finishing 30th in the 73 car is Michael P. Finishing 31st in the 1 car is Keith Avalon. Finishing 32nd in the 55 is Troy Carter. Finishing 33rd in the 24 car is Roger Ward. Finishing 34th in the 34 car is Hammer Time. Finishing 35th in the 12 car, MP Fox. Finishing 36th in the 79 is JB Gorman. Finishing 37th in the 44 is P-Jet. Finishing 38th in the 17 is Keith White. Finishing 39th in the 33 is Sean D. Finishing 40th in the 68 is Jim Cutter. Finishing 41st in the 11 is Alan Shaw. And the last car still running in the race is the 00 of Frank Wainscott. And race number 1 at Daytona is in the books. Yeah, exactly. Same thing for demos. Something nobody wrecked him. I want to thank John Wise, Keith White, Paul Govier, and P-Jet, RNGIDP, and Philip Reynolds for stopping by here at Daytona and watching the race. Y'all have a great afternoon. Might be back on here later today with some 1976 NASCAR racing. Only got 4 more races and crown the champion. For that, great race by Fast Eddie Chilton locks himself into the playoffs. Till next time, you all take care.